For 4 years, the traditional Latin Mass has been under Vatican siege. Pope Francis's 2021 decree, Traditionis custodes, declared the Reformed liturgy the unique expression of the Roman Rite and effectively tried to strangle the Old Mass into extinction. Now, Pope Leo XIV is quietly ordering the French bishops to do the opposite: open the doors, welcome the faithful, and heal the wound. A March 18 letter sent by Vatican Secretary of State Cardinal Pietro Parolin on Leo's behalf tells the French Bishops' Conference exactly what the new pope expects. The Holy Father is particularly attentive to the growth of communities attached to the Vetus Ordo, the letter states. Then comes the direct order: find concrete solutions for the generous inclusion of those sincerely attached to the Vetus Ordo. The language is unmistakable. It is troubling that a painful wound concerning the celebration of Mass, the very sacrament of unity, continues to open in the Church, the letter says. Healing this wound requires a renewed way of looking at one another, marked by a deeper understanding of differing sensibilities, so that brothers, enriched by their diversity, may welcome one another in charity and in the unity of faith. For traditionalists, this is a seismic shift. For 4 years, the message from Rome was suppression. Now the message is inclusion. Why France? Why now? France has always been ground zero for the liturgy wars. The leaked responses to Pope Francis's 2020 survey revealed that French bishops overwhelmingly supported the Old Mass. 2/3 told Rome that the traditional liturgy met a genuine pastoral need. Many bishops said offering the traditional Mass helped prevent the faithful from drifting to the SSPX. The bishops also noted what traditional communities brought: a restored sense of the sacred, a balm for those wounded after Vatican II, and a sharper awareness of the explicit sacrificial dimension of the Mass. But there were also frictions. Some communities were highly critical of the conciliar church. Some priests refused to co-celebrate at Chrism Mass with their local bishop, and some bishops, like the now-departed Bishop Dominique Rey, paid a price for welcoming traditionalists too warmly. Rey, forced to resign in early 2025, told the Register, "If you leave the car in the garage, you'll never have an accident." Jesus himself took risks. His risk? Making his diocese a haven for both traditionalist and charismatic communities, and watching vocations explode while other French dioceses collapsed. Traditionalists are cautiously optimistic. The generous inclusion language echoes Pope Benedict's 2007 Summorum Pontificum, which treated the Old Mass not as a problem to be suppressed, but as a treasure to be shared. The leaked survey showed most bishops wanted that approach to continue. Pope Leo appears to be listening. But skeptics note what hasn't changed. Traditionis custodes remains on the books. The Vatican has already clarified that generous exemptions are nothing new. Cardinal Arthur Roche, the architect of Francis's restrictions, still heads divine worship, and some French bishops continue to push back. Just this past January, one bishop quietly used the old rite for ordinations anyway, despite the prohibition. More concerning, the FSP was recently expelled from its apostolate in Valence after serving there for 2 decades, with the local bishop accusing it of functioning as a parish within the parish. The letter from Rome didn't stop that. If Rome wants generous inclusion, not every bishop got the memo. The letter's final words are both a command and an invitation. May the Holy Spirit inspire you with concrete solutions that generously include those sincerely attached to the Vetus Ordo, while respecting the liturgical orientations of the Second Vatican Council. That last clause, respecting the orientations of Vatican II, is the tension point. For traditionalists, the Council's liturgy document Sacrosanctum Concilium never envisioned the radical rupture that followed. For Vatican II loyalists, the Council settled the matter definitively. But Leo seems to be carving a third way. He's not revoking Traditionis custodes. He's not endorsing the SSPX's rebellion, but he is telling bishops, stop treating traditionalists as enemies. They are your brothers. Let them worship. Bishop Rey put it simply: Christianity is not simply a legacy, but a promise. Christianity is right in front of us.
The question now is whether French bishops and the rest of the Church will see it that way too. As Easter approaches, with 17,800 catechumens baptized in France last year and perhaps 20,000 this year, the Church has a chance to turn a page. The painful wound can finally begin to heal, but only if the shepherds listen and the faithful trust that diversity in worship is not a threat, but a gift.